Do you remember the Cavotoro steak restaurant at the Fairgreen? I remember going there in possibly the late 1970s. Very good steaks too. When did it open? Well, the newspaper archives gives the answer, as there was a public notice in the Evening News that Michael Flores was applying for the name of the Carlton restaurant at number 8 Upper Green East to be changed to Cavotoro. Now that spelling might have been an error in the newspaper, because they also made a mistake with the address, giving it as Upper Green East Mitcham. Anyway, the Carlton restaurant had been at that address since the 1950s. It was in the late 1980s that the Cavotoro expanded by buying the curry house next door, and a planning application from 1989 shows that they also had built a small forecourt wall out front. This photo is from an ad in 1991 and shows the two properties combined, with the words Cavotoro Restaurant above both numbers 8, which is on the left, and number 6. In January 1994 I had a meal there, and I kept the receipt because it was a business dinner. I had a limited company at the time for my contract computer work, and I think I was allowed one such dinner a year to entertain the company secretary, although it might not have actually been the company secretary at that dinner. Anyway, let's look at the receipt. I don't remember exactly what we had, but my guess is we had starters were probably prawn cocktail, main course steaks, of course. The vegetables could have been chips or a jacket potato, and peas. £12 for 2 coffees looks a bit expensive, doesn't it? But they were probably Irish coffees. Wine at £19? Well, it might have been 2 bottles. Who knows? But what is more interesting on this receipt is the sketch at the top. Now, I remember there was a painting in the restaurant with this same view. Was it of an actual place, though? Well, I asked the Google Gemini Nano Banana to create an image of this sketch as a painting. It did a good job. Except for here, between the two large hills, I remember that was a bull's head, although without horns. Now, the name Cavotoro itself is not a Greek word, but it is constructed, perhaps, of 2 parts. Cavo in Greek means a cape, like the part of a coastline that juts out into the sea, and toro is, well, a Spanish and Italian word meaning bull. So, is there a Cape Bull in Greece? Well, Google Maps doesn't seem to think so. There is a Protaras in Cyprus, though. And now you might be thinking, what? But what's that got to do with it? Well, while I was searching through the newspaper archives, I came across this race meeting from 1997. The horse was called Protaras Bay, and the owner was the Cavotoro Partnership. Could that have been a coincidence? Well, if we look along the coast from Protaras, there is a cape called Cavo Greco, or the Greek Cape. So I have to ask, did Michael Flores, the owner of the Cavotoro, come from Cyprus? Was this view from his own memories of growing up there? So what do you think? Leave a comment. I couldn't actually find a good photograph of Michael Flores. This is from a 1993 article in the Croydon Post via the British Newspaper Archives, and therefore is a scan of a microfilm of the paper. I'll read the article though. It's titled, Try the Flavour of Greece. Try the flavour of Greece. An eye-catching feature of this family-run restaurant is the open charcoal kitchen where you can see and hear your dish being cooked. It is part of the cheerful ambience for which Cavotoro has become well known, that and its hearty portions. It is owned by Michael Flores and run by him and his wife Mama, assisted by sons Ike and George. They have been welcoming customers for the past 18 years. In that time, they have built up an increasingly large, regular clientele with people travelling quite a distance for the food. The sizable a la carte menu has a definite Greek emphasis, with favourites like moussaka, salad, stifado and rice, and stuffed vine leaves. Plus, of course, the very popular Greek meze, available for 2 or more people Monday to Friday at £13 per person. There are Greek nights held every month, and if you want to join in the next one, next Friday, March the 5th, book now. Belly dancing and plate smashing are all included in the evening's entertainment. Although not generally open on Sunday, the restaurant will do so for private functions and special occasions. For instance, on March 21st, there will be a special set 3-course lunch or a la carte for Mothering Sunday, and they are taking bookings now. Part of the attraction of the Cavotoro is the bar, where you can sit down and relax over an aperitif before going to your table in the main dining room. There's also an area where you can dance, and it's worth remembering that on Friday and Saturday the restaurant is licensed until 2 a.m. The regular menu has ample to choose from. House specialities, cooked by the chef who has been with the restaurant for 11 years, include boned breast of chicken fried in butter and simmered in white wine and cream at £8.50, and a scallop of veal with mushrooms, white wine and cream. Steak is also very popular here. Cavotoro is a lively venue which can cater for up to 110 people. Wedding receptions, hen nights and private parties can always be arranged. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please press the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Bye for now.